Tell me, what was it that inspired you to go to Oregon State? How did that come about?
I grew up on a farm in Corvallis, Oregon. It was between Forest Grove and Hillsboro. We had 3 different pieces of ground, one 95 acres, one 45 acres, and one 5 acres. The 5 acres was on the highway between Forest Grove and Hillsboro, and my dad was a peach farmer, and I helped him sell peaches on that stand. And at that time, there was no direct road to the coast. It had to go through all the little towns, including Cornelius, to get there or back. So it was a great place to have a stand for our peach crop. My parents had a grade school education only, and they knew what they missed out by not having that, so they were very supportive. To have my folks come down, my dad rarely put on a tie or a suit, and my mother would come down for Mother's Weekend. But when they came down for my graduation, that was special because they didn't graduate from college, didn't go there. It was very meaningful for them, and of course it was very meaningful for me.
I went to an all-girls high school, and I didn't know where to go, but I knew that I would have to stay in Oregon. There was no question about that. So Mother Mary Arthur, who ran our school, interviewed each of the seniors as they were graduating to talk to them about what their future plans were. And so I told her that I was going to go to a school in Oregon. And she said, well, I think you should go to Oregon State. She said, Oregon is a den of iniquity. And I said, oh my, and went home and told my folks that Oregon is a den of iniquity, Mother Mary Arthur says. And so that's what got me, actually, because I had thoughts of being a nun. And my mom did not want me to be a nun, and so she said, you go to Oregon State for a year, and if you don't like it, you come home and we'll talk about you being a nun. Well, by the first week on campus, I was understanding that that was not my calling, and have stayed at Oregon State all 4 years.
When you were in college, what was your most embarrassing moment while you were there?
My English professor was Bernard Malamud, and called me up one day and he said, how in the heck did you get in my English class? And I said, my counselor put me in there. He said, well, your counselor made a mistake. You should have been in dumbbell English. That was a little embarrassing. But he never flunked me. He gave me a D. I passed.
Why do you think college is a good idea?
Well, as I tell any young people, you should go to school. That doesn't make you smarter than the guy that doesn't go to school, but it opens doors the rest of your life. Just what little college that I had and went in the service made all the difference to me in the service. Oh, you had some schooling, ROTC, and I ended up in headquarter companies.
So if you hadn't gone to college and you were drafted, how would that have changed your service experience?
Well, I would have probably been a foot soldier instead of sitting in an office.